Greetings everyone. Thanks for joining me today on the Moneybag 73 channel. As many of you know, from time to time I like to point out other channels and videos they've made on the Mandela effect. Sometimes it's not always the greatest idea. I've been accused of sending people over to hate on these other channels and to bully them. Well, that's not my intent, so please, before I even get into this, please do not go bully Pastor Anderson. I'm sure he's a very nice man, probably done a lot of great things. I don't know him, so please don't go over and name call and all that. I mean, I know many of you wouldn't even do that in the first place, but sorry, I just felt that I should say that up front before I even get into this. But I listened to this video today, and it's just so far off base and misinformed. And it's an insult. It's an insult to me. It's an insult to you. He thinks that there's an important lesson to be learned from the Mandela effect. So I thought, what better way than to have tons of people that are experiencing the phenomenon firsthand to flood over to his video and have some, kind-hearted discussions with his, what I think is that, with his 208 comments, most in support of his view. And the bottom line is, I'm just getting tired of this whole misremembering nonsense. You keep having people talk about how we're misremembering. Well, in order to misremember something, you have to first have known the information. You can't misremember something you never knew. So, it's like Jack down the street. He was like, man, didn't Jack have a black car? And someone was like, no, it was blue. And you're like, man, I thought it was black. And you're like, no, it's blue. Remember we were there a few months ago and you commented on how it reminded you of Susan's blue car or something. Oh, yeah, I remember now. It's a blue car. That's right. It's not black. I don't know what I was thinking. I misremembered that. Now I remember what it really is. Okay, that's a misremembering. But if you see Moonraker and you all of a sudden see Dolly with no braces, you can't misremember that she never had braces because you never knew her not to have them. So it's not a misremembering. You're not going to go, oh, yeah, I remember she didn't have braces. This was a ridiculous scene. I mean, you're not going to say that. So, I mean, come on, really? Or you're not going to go, oh, yeah, he said no. I am your father. I'm misremembering that. I remember now. It was always no. That's what it was. That's why James Earl Jones and it's escaping me. Mark Hamill. That's why Mark Hamill and James Earl Jones both say, Luke, I am your father. Because they're misremembering as well. Oh my gosh. I don't know. There's just, the reality residue is our greatest friend in this incredible phenomenon that's just so mind-blowing. And I do understand how people whose consciousness, in my opinion, has not shifted from somewhere else to here. They're not experiencing reality shifts. So all their memories are from here. Pastor Anderson points out that it was always judge not that you be not judged. That's what it always was for him. Well, that's correct. That's what it's always been. So there's no problem with that. But he has a problem with people who say that it was judge not that you judge not lest you be judged, which is what I remember, and which is in movies and TV shows, and there's lots of reality residue. But he's saying that's all misrememberings. People who didn't know their KJV very well. They didn't know the Bible very well. So he's claiming that all of his memories are correct, which what he points out as the wolf and the lamb, when he first read the Bible at 17 years old, that the wolf and the lamb sounded weird to him because he thought it was lion. But at that moment, he says that he realized he was wrong, and it was Wolf. And he just, we can't accept the fact we're wrong. I know we've heard this several times. But anyway, I was hoping this time around that I could share this and we could really have some good dialogue, because there's a lot of comments there from people who have done probably no research at all. And I've already seen a few people pointing stuff out, which really good points they're making. That these other people, they just don't know the information. They're not experiencing the phenomenon, at first glance or when it's being pointed out. And they don't know all the information that we've uncovered. We've uncovered so much information over the past few years. There's so much reality residue. We have all these actors in interviews saying the lines we remember, and they're misremembering their own iconic lines. I mean, that's just not normal. But I don't think a lot of people like Pastor Anderson know that. So I wanted to share this. I'm hoping we can have some discussion. I haven't commented over there yet. I've been holding back. If you can imagine, I've been wanting to comment, not really being a smartass or rude or anything. Just, eventually, I think everyone's going to know that there's something going on, because this just continues. But it's still new to a lot of people. There's people commenting on this video here that say they just learned about this today or yesterday. There's a lot of people never heard of the Mandela effect. And while I'm going on about this, there's this thing with Fiona Broome. She has nothing to do with the Mandela effect. The paranormal witch or whatever they keep calling her, she started it. So, the devil's behind this whole the Mandela effect and how it got started and everything. She coined a term for a phenomenon that's probably been happening for thousands of years. If not at least hundreds of years. It's been happening. It's getting stronger. So she coined a term for it. That's all she did. She didn't start anything. But, that's just the way that people twist things. So they get all worked up. And it's almost, and then her last name, of course, goes right along with her being a witch. Well, what better last name is Broome for some, witch that's starting this this Mandela effect that's just all fabricated, blah, 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 whatever. So that's it. I wanted to share this. Hoping we can have some enlightened discussions over here on Pastor Anderson's channel. He has a pretty big following, 85,000 people on his channel. So I just couldn't let this go. I have no ill will here. I mean, I have nothing against the man. He just doesn't know. He's just misinformed. So that's it. I'll talk to everyone soon. Go create the reality that you want. I was thinking of doing another video on the brainstorm green needle thing. If you don't know what that is, I think I might do. That's pretty amazing. It's almost more amazing than the Laurel Yanny thing. So, no, I may do something on that. So we'll see. Maybe tomorrow before I go to work. I'll talk to everyone soon.